And now, live from the Tulalip Resort, the world's outstanding service organization, Woodinville Rotary, presents Rotary Action News Today, with several Woodinville Rotary amateur reporters and one professional announcer. That would be me, Hugo Beyonce. Now, here is Rotary Action News Today, Anchorman Lance Boyle.
Good evening, auction attendees. This is award-winning Anchorman Lance Boyle. And here's what's happening.
By the way, this newscast is being brought to you by Woodinville Rotary. Since 1986, bringing humanitarian service and goodwill to Woodinville and beyond. Now, here again is Anchorman Lance Boyle.
Fine. Now, as I was saying...
Here's an interesting tidbit, Lance. Woodinville is named for Ira Wooden, who came here in 1871 and built a log cabin.
Hey, Mr. Announcer Man, would you mind zipping it? You know, putting a sock in it, shutting your yap, and let me do the news?
Sorry, I just thought.
Yeah, well, don't think, okay? Just do your announcer, introduce me, and then you're done, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks so much. Go ahead now. Introduce me.
Sure.
Go, do it. Okay.
And now, here is Rotary Action News Today, jerk.
Oh, come on.
Lance Boyle.
Award-winning Anchorman Lance here. We begin with an in-depth interview with Josh, the baby otter. In-depth interview with an otter. It's pretty funny. I came up with that. Yeah. Anyway, here is that interview with Josh, the baby otter, and Chuck Roast is standing by with that. Chuck?
I am indeed with Josh the baby otter and the other otter spotters from the Woodinville Rotary Club.
Otter spotters. That's cute. Did you come up with that, Chuck?
I have a team of writers.
Okay. Does Josh have a middle name, by the way?
Yes, the.
Of course, yeah. Now, what can Josh tell us about his important message to kids and being safe around water?
Josh, what is your message? And how about that?
I'm not sure I got that. How about having Josh talk about how many North Shore kids have met him and the other otter spotters to learn about his life-saving messages?
How about that, Josh? Interesting.
Look, two things I want to mention. One, drowning is a leading cause of death for kids under 14, so part of Josh's message is teaching kids to float, and for adults never to take their eyes off a child while they're in the water.
Sure enough, Lance. What was that other thing you wanted to mention?
The second thing would be that it looks like you're talking to a cardboard cutout of Josh the otter, not Josh himself.
Really? I think you're wrong about that, Lance.
I don't think I am. Have your cameraman widen out. See? That's the actual Josh the otter.
Really? I would not have recognized him.
Say goodbye, Chuck.
Goodbye, Chuck. Back to you, Lance. See it? Back to you. My writers came up with that one.
Brilliant. In other news, another major effort by the Woodinville Club is Rotary Mobile in Mexico. Let's go now to reporter Polly Wannacracker.
Can you hear me okay, Lance?
Yes, Polly, and we can see you too.
Ooh, I didn't know you could see me. I would have worn something else.
Look, you look great. Just go ahead with your report.
Okay, well, I'm standing with Enrique Guapo, who can explain the program for us.
Claro que sí, Poli. Ahorita estamos trabajando con el Club Rotativo de Puerto Vallarta y estamos trabajando en comunidad con Woodinville Rotary Club también. Estamos enviando un par de cientos de objetos de movilidad para ayudar a las familias en necesidad en Puerto Vallarta. ¿Entiendes? Con el reporte.
There you go, Lance.
Look, my understanding of Spanish is even worse than my otter.
Gotcha, Lance. Maybe this will clarify our mobility mission in Mexico.
Yeah, it was the whole day. There was almost like 8 hours. We were there in the park, in the sun, sweating, and really that day went so fast.
Hey, I changed clothes, Lance. What do you think?
That's a really nice outfit. Yeah.
It's Vera Wang.
Whoever that is.
Reporting for Rotary Action News Today, I'm Polly Wanacracker.
Thank you. And I will return with more news after this 1-minute commercial.
It's not a minute,
Was it a 30-second commercial?
not that long.
Well, what then? We were talking 15, 10?
It's a 1-second commercial.
A 1-second commercial. We have those?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll return with more news after this 1-second commercial.
That green giant goodness really shows.
Let's go instead to another reporter, and like all Woodinville Rotarians, a big booster of young people. Here is Warren Peace standing by at Rotary Community Skateboard Park with Skateboard Challenge champion Joel Sendejas.
Joel is the winner of 250 fresh dollars.
Warren, this is award-winning anchorman Lance Boyle in the studio. Tell us about young Vincent Thomas.
Well, Lance, Vincent is 6 years old, and he was competing here today at the park. Vincent and more kids just like him are the reason we built this park. And any day Vincent can talk his mom into bringing him. He shows up with his skateboard at Rotary Community Park. And it was Rotary's $100,000 investment that made this park possible.
And here now is our final story. And joining me in our rant studios is Amanda Reckonwith, a well-educated education reporter. Amanda, you've just returned from observing music performance programs sponsored by Woodinville Rotary at the Woodin Elementary School and at Secondary Academy for Success. Amanda, tell me please a bit about these music programs and their impact.
Well, here's how the program works.
All right.
You combine a group of interested students with a music professional in a workshop setting 3 to 4 weeks, and then a culminating event, a performance, in which students, for their peers, their parents, become stars.
Is this, would you say, a way that the students can become stars?
I would say this is a way for students to become stars. I'd also like to tell you about the May Foundation.
While I have you here, can you tell us about the May Foundation?
Yes, the May Foundation is just one of Rotary's community partners, one of their invaluable programs
Right.
and projects that they make happen. In fact, May stands for Music, Academics, and Youth.
I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, that MAY is an acronym that stands for something.
Music, Academics, and Youth.
I thought I was right about that. Tell you what, do you want to catch up with your teacher, Zarni?
Like to now, yeah. I'll take
Okay.
you to Zarni.
Her name's
at
Zarni.
Woodin Elementary.
Okay.
And her kids.
Okay, and her kids.
Yeah, I think it's super important to have music in schools because beyond the scientific research about how the brain develops and how music helps the brain and helps learning, just that skill of having to practice, that translates into how you do homework, how you focus in class. Just the love for it, I think, makes all the difference for a lot of kids.
Won't you please help me, help me, help me.
And with that, let me wrap up this edition of Rotary Action News Today. Until next time we have a next time, I'll see you next time. Good night from award-winning anchorman me.
This
Lance-
newscast has been a production of the Rotary Club of Woodinville in cooperation with the following partners who work right alongside Rotary to serve our community. North Shore Schools Foundation, the May Foundation, 45th District Republican Scholarships Committee, the Jameson Jones Memorial Scholarship, Woodinville Chamber of Commerce, and Imagine Scholars. Woodinville Rotary is indebted to the following sponsors who make this program and this event possible: Banner Bank, Woodinville Weekly, Brittany Park Retirement Community, Chateau San Michel, University of Washington Bothell. This has been Rotary Action News Today. Later tonight, on the 11 o'clock edition of Rotary Action News Today, Woodinville Rotary presents an in-depth report on Operation Warm Coats, how 1,000 kids in our community will learn that fighting the cold at the bus stop this winter will be much, much easier.
Wouldn't you like to know what award it is that I actually won?
No, I wouldn't.
It was a 4th place ribbon at the fair for pie eating.
Good night, Lance.
Okay.